Hi. So I'll be talking about the trade. This is my trade breakdown, trade recap on trades I took this week on GBPJPY. I had other trades on other trades on other pairs, but they're just a bunch of missed entries. And yeah, I took a loss though on GBPJPY, one loss before I got other one. So I'll just be heading on straight to it. So this was the buys I already had on Friday. I used Thursday's price action to trade Friday. So this was Thursday's price action. There was no valid breakout on Thursday. Here, if I check the daily reject daily for Thursday candle, there was no valid breakout. So what I usually do is that if I already had a breakout prior to that day, which was on Wednesday, I can still use the range, that trading range of Wednesday to trade Friday. Yeah, so that was what I used here. Was this is Wednesday breakout. This is daily reject daily, and then it gave us a 4 hour breakout here on Wednesday, and then it rallied up to this level, and then I decided to use Wednesday trading range to buy, and then price started buying from here on Friday and all of that. So I came on Monday and I wanted to trade Monday. I wanted to trade Monday. This key level here is a rejection on a higher time frame key level. This is the higher time frame key level. Um an A-shaped key level here on the weekly time frame. This was the rejection. This here was the rejection on the weekly time frame where price rejected, though it rejected strongly. I'll close below it but with a bullish candle, right? So I have not gotten a daily breakout because usually when you get a weekly reject weekly, you're supposed to look for a daily breakout. So I didn't get a daily breakout, but I just got an engulfing. This is a daily candle, which is the Friday candle. It came and then it engulfed these two candles, and this engulfing on this daily now means that I have a breakout on the 4 hours time frame. So I then went to the 4 hour time frame, and then I saw this breakout here on Friday. There was Friday breakout, and then I was hoping to trade Friday. I was hoping to trade Monday because that's basically what I do. I use the previous candle to trade the new day as long as it's in line with the trend. Even though GPJPY is in a bullish trend, but because it went to that level, it took out external range liquidity, it tapped on that key level on the higher time frame. I was about to now follow it and sell, thinking that it will now reverse and start selling down. Yeah. So I had a sale around this area. I had a loss around this area. So I'll just be focusing on the buys. Sorry, I'll be focusing on the buys that I took yesterday, today, or yesterday to today. So I will then go to my daily time frame. This is Monday price action. I'll be using Monday price action to trade Tuesday. So this was the candle on Monday. This candle did not reject with a wick, but it still signifies that it's rejected from this same level because price rejected from here, suspended above, and then this next candle immediately opened and started buying strongly. For this to not have any wick, like it just momentum just started buying. It's it's enough reason for me to know that it's really buying. So that was where I just put my tool here, because I always say I like to place my tool like this. Reject daily now, this daily reject daily, I won't just mark it here. Yes, I know it's rejected from this key level, but what I like to do, I like to place my tool here so that we know where exactly it's rejected from and where it ended, so as to know my breakout properly. So that was why I marked this level here, and then let's go on to the 4 hours time frame. And then I had a breakout, and now I already know that okay, for me to have this breakout and then I lost this sell trade here, I just knew that price was definitely going to be buying, because this is the trading range, the bullish range, since the sales don't are not the sales the sellers are not ready to sell yet. So this is the bullish range, this is the external range liquidity that price is going for. This is the external range liquidity that price is going for. I've checked on the daily also. This is price came down, tapped into this fair value gap here, which is external to internal. So it came to internal range liquidity, which is the FVG, the fair value gap, and then it's heading for the external range liquidity, which is right here. So that is what is headed for. So I decided to look for my entries. So when I got my daily reject daily, and then this is my breakout right here, I got a breakout here. So down to looking for my entry, I went to look for my daily MTFs that would help me get my entries. So this was the curtain. I used MTF here. My God. Is this MTF here, which is this open close key level that got disrespected, and then I was hoping that price would come there again and then buy up. So I came down to my 4 hours time frame, and then I was to refine my entry. I used 1 hour to just refine. This was very easy. When I'm looking for my entries and I get an empty, and I go to my daily looking for my MTFs and I see just 1 or 2 MTFs or even one, I'm very happy because I'm very focused. Because there are days where I will see up to 3 and up to 4 daily MTFs. Then I'll have to start using logic on how I should really get perfect and the right entry, like how to get the right entry. Because there's some MTFs I will come, like this is the daily, I'll come to the daily and then I'm looking for where I need price to reject from, and I'll have different MTFs. I'll have this RBS, I'll have open close, I'll have another one by the left hand side, I'll have another open close, and then I'll end up having 3 or 4 MTFs. But when I go down to my lower time frame, I usually filter the MTF key levels that I do not want, and then I sort of use logic to narrow it down to exactly what I want. Right, so when I came down here, this is the breakout here, this buy here is the breakout. So to me, this is my liquidity. This here was liquidity for me. It was very obvious. It was just obvious. That's the pullback before the breakout. This is the pullback. This is it. Look at it. The pullback before the breakout. So to me, that was just my liquidity for me already. That was my liquidity. So I just refined my MTF level to this open close key level. Yes, and that was a sniper entry. On the norms, I'm supposed to just place my entry here and put my stops below this open close key level, this open close candle, and then target these highs. Or if I can wait, I still target these highs here. But I think I wasn't even close to the chart when this price, it happened so fast. I was in my office, I wasn't close to the chart. Let me also check Asian session. Asia was also below here, so all of this was liquidity for me. Right, so I wasn't close to my chart when this thing just immediately came and triggered. Like, imagine if the key level is right, you just get momentum immediately, the rejection and all of that, and then I just came and then I saw that price has already started rejected for my key level. I didn't panic, try to enter immediately, all of that. I waited for a confirmation, or should I say a continuation entry, and then it showed itself here. So this was what brought about my first entry. I had this level, price tapped into my key level, sniped it, and then closed. It swept this leg. Price swept this candle here, and then closed and created and formed a V-shaped key level for me, which is this. So this is a confirmation entry that I also like to use, especially if it's coming from a valid key level. So this was the external range liquidity. If you have to follow this, like, that's as long as this place is still standing, price swept this candle. What price is supposed to do is normally to trade to this level and also to higher levels, to the external range liquidity. But this is the first external range liquidity inside of this range. So that was where I had my first buys. This was liquidity for me. Sometimes it does not give liquidity and sometimes it does. I'm so sorry, I'm not feeling too well, I'm sick, but I have to do this video now because I just want to document my journey, and I want to always, it's just like an accountability thing for me, so I can always come back to my videos. I love to always go back and watch my videos. It refreshes my memory, and always reminds me of exactly what I do and how I do it. So this was, down to this place alone, was almost 3 hours. Like you can just say it's 3 hours just from this candle, just within this candle range is 3 hours already. But then my entry was, my take profit at first was here, which was about 4 point something hour, I think 5 hours. Was 5 hours. So price, let me on my session indicator. So price started buying, immediately came to my level, it smashed it a little bit and then started buying. So, and then I came the next day, which is today, because I know that GBPJPY is still buying. On the norms, when I get a daily reject daily bearish candle and I'm getting a bullish breakout, I run away. I like to run away because what am I doing there, right? But so this was for today. This is a daily reject daily here. Price was rejecting off of the key level, just like I said, this key level, but because I refined it properly, I got a sniper entry, right? So price was rejecting from this key level and it closed bearish, which a price that closed bearish is also rejected from this key level here. You can also say it's rejected from this A-shaped key level and it's closing bearish. So you should be looking for sales, but no, I'm not looking for sales because this is my draw on liquidity. This is just a distraction. And then usually when I get a daily reject daily closing bearish and I get a bullish breakout, I'll just run away because that thing is uncertain, right? But I still head on to my buys because I know what price was doing, I know where price was going and what it was going to attack. So I actually analyzed this thing, but it happened during Asian session, so that's why I did not take the trade. I refused to place this trade, even though it happened right before my eyes. It triggered, the immediate market open, it triggered before my eyes, started buying immediately. I didn't want to take the trade because it was in the market, it was market open, and I was still holding on to this trade. So I didn't want to enter any other trade again, because what if maybe you probably want to just reverse and start selling again or something. I just wanted to hold my normal trade. I wanted to hold it up there. But analyzing it how anyone would have traded it, but not me, because I don't trade Asian session, was this level here. Refining it to this level to trade today, meaning using yesterday's key level to trade today. So when I went down to my 4 hours time frame, this was where it was. So I was going to refine my entry. I refined it down to this level. I have the screenshot and I'm going to show it on my Telegram. So I refined it to this level here. I refined it here. And then anyone would have taken this trade, this as liquidity. Because as long as price is buying, it's running to go and take out external liquidity. It doesn't have time to start perambulating around and delaying and wasting time. I've noticed that with price. When price is seeking to go and attack a liquidity somewhere, like price doesn't have time to be wasting and be delayed. It doesn't have that time. It doesn't have time to be wasting, to be delaying. It should just be movement, straight up. So this was a 3-hour trade. It was a 3-hour, but then I kept on holding on to my buys, even when it already hit TP. Even when this already hit TP, almost a 5-hour trade here. Yeah, 5-hour. I wanted to hold price to this level here. I know that this was the draw on liquidity, but I also knew that if price should get to this level here, this A-shaped key level here, it's going to push price down a bit. And that is even if it's not even going to push price, because nobody knows the market. The market has a mind of its own. It can decide to do whatsoever it likes. It can come to this level and then to sell down and take out everything here. It is still the market. Even though we know that yes, this is a draw on liquidity, but it doesn't mean the market cannot still do whatever it wants to do. Because if you check on daily, price has already taken out, has already done the break of structure. I know, you know the way they usually say after a break of structure, any buys up there is usually low probability. Look at it, price has already broken structure. Price has already broken structure, so anything can happen at that point. And even price was still inside the range, about to break structure. You can do whatever you want to do. So this was like an obstacle. So that was where I placed my entry, my take profit. I placed my take profit here, which is a 7-hour trade, and then I held onto this trade till it hit take profit. So this was my trade for yesterday and today. Yeah, yesterday I held onto the trade. I didn't enter the second one. The second one to this place was also 4 hour. It's a 4-hour trade. So yeah, I I didn't place that trade because it happened during Asian session. Had it been price lingered a little bit, I was hoping the price would linger a little bit around here when price was still here, and then probably after Asia it will come and tap into my entry. But yeah, just like I said, when price is seeking liquidity, it doesn't have time. It's motion. It's going to move and seek liquidity before it will get exhausted, I guess. So even if I was to hold this trade and keep on holding, if I was to hold this trade to this external range liquidity, that is an 11-hour trade. But I set my break even on this level. I also had a trade. When I was holding on to my trades, I had reason why I was still holding on to the trade, because I know that yes, this trade should really, really move. Right? I guess I had another reason to hold. Yes, I had a breakout. This is a breakout. Let me lock this thing. This is a breakout here. This place here is a breakout. This is a breakout here. When price was already moving for my entry, it gave another breakout in between today, and price might still decide to come and use and smash trade before it will now buy, or price just and keep on buying. So just hoping for the when price started to retrace, because price tapped here and started retracing. Price tapped on something here. Yeah, I think it should be this A-shaped key level on the 2 hours time frame. Yeah, around this area, this A-shape here, and then it started reversing strongly. The sell candles were so strong, but I knew that price was still going to buy. It was just retracing because of this breakout to come and to come and pick up orders from here, whatever they call it. So I just refined this thing to here. I said I knew that even if price should retrace, this is the level. So I set my break even. I think it was a 30 minutes range I used to set my break even. I set my break even around here. Yeah, I think it was around here or so. I set my break even around this area. I can't really remember. I wasn't entering this I wasn't taking these entries consecutively, because I had already left this one. It happened during Asia, and this one was just a retracement because we had a new breakout. I would have entered another entry if I took another entry if I wanted, but I just didn't want to enter another trade. So I just wanted this one to run and just go up to my target as I wanted. So I didn't mind. And then I just set my break even around somewhere around here. I set my break even somewhere around here. But I knew that if I hadn't taken profit at this point that I took profit at, I I set my take profits. This was my take profits here. If I hadn't taken profit here, when price came down here, it reversed. This thing would have hit my break even. Had it been I kept on holding on to the buys to this level, then if I didn't set break even, it won't come and hit my break even. But as long as I set break even, I had to leave here because I know that this A-shaped key level is going to definitely push price significantly at least. So I just set break even around there. So when price just hits my take profits here, it reversed strongly down to this place. It would have taken out my break even because I know my break even was around here, not below this candle. It would have taken me out on smaller profit and then moved to TP. It would have been painful. So that's why I just took my profit here. This was a 7 hour trade. It's more than enough for a week. Very good trade. It's good for a week. So yeah, that is my trade recap for this week. I also had, oh my god, I had buys on gold. Gold is just moving crazy. I had this buys on Euro USD. I had this buys on Euro USD. This is my daily reject daily. This is the candle here rejecting this V-shaped level and then gave me a breakout. Yeah. So I just used my MTF. Let me just pick only the MTF. But this was what I was saying in the first place, that I will have different MTF. This is an MTF now. This also is another one. This also. So yeah. Now I have 3 MTFs. Now I'm confused. No, I'm not confused because I know logic. I have my logic. So this was out of it for me because it's standing above liquidity. Why would I want to take a trade above liquidity? So yeah, I just have these 2 trades, and then I didn't even stress myself. I just came here. I took 50% of this range here. I took 50%. Whoever comes across this my YouTube video, to be honest, is blessed. If they actually camped out to learn, the person is going to really learn a lot and be blessed. Because I'm literally putting out exactly the way I trade and analyze. Exactly. I'm not filtering anything because yeah, this is my trading journal. So I now took this entry. That was what prompted me to take this entry here. I know that this is the 50%, but this was the value key level around that area. So I just took that one. And yes, price came, took my liquidity out, and then just started buying. It didn't even tap into this key level, this V shape. I wanted to play this V shape key level, but I just decided to take this one instead. And then price didn't even tap on this V shape, on this open close key level. It just took my liquidity and started buying, and now is at take profit. So that is it for today. It's Euro USD, that's gone. I had USD CHF. USD CHF did the same thing. It did exactly the same thing. So I have my daily reject daily, which is my yesterday's candle, Tuesday to trade Wednesday. I had MTS. This was one of it, which I refined to this one right now. I had this one. I had this one also. So yeah, this one was supposed to be around here. This open close key level, but he used this one. He used this RBS. Yeah, he used the RBS, but I chose this one for it. And then what is the 1 hour time frame? On my 1 hour time frame, I I refined that level. I refined that level to this key level here. I refined the second one to this key level, and then Asian session was standing right above it. And with these pairs, USD CHF and Euro USD, even though not USD CHF all the time, but Euro USD likes to really go deep. Like it likes to go deep before it moves. But I've noticed something with USD CHF. It doesn't like to go deep. It behaves like gold. It should just go once you are taking liquidity, tap on any valid key level that is there to begin to move immediately. So yeah, I guess price came here, tapped on this key level, which is that V shape on the 4 hours time frame, swept the liquidity here, and then this is already about a 5 hour trade here that I missed today. I missed a 5 hour trade here today, but it's not bad. I still have, yeah, this is 5 hour already. This is running 5 hour already. The external range liquidity will be giving us about 7 hour. Yeah. So it just immediately took liquidity. The same thing that Euro USD did to me. It took my liquidity, tap on the nearest key level. There are times where this thing will not just tap on just this immediate key level to like try to sip through a little bit. And that was why I chose this key level, and then price snubbed me. It's fine. So gold is another thing, is on another level. Gold is on another level. Yeah. I had a breakout. This is my daily reject daily. This is my daily reject daily. This is my daily reject daily. Even though it closed bullish, it gave me a 4 hours breakout. That's why I was very skeptical. I didn't place this entry. I didn't place this trade. I just put this buy tool here because I was sending it to a friend. Though I refined this entry to my MTF. I refined my MTF to a 45 to a 1 hour key level, which is this V shape. But I wasn't really comfortable with that V shape, so I refined it to a 45 minutes V shape key level. So I was hoping that price would come, take out this liquidity, Asian low, take out this one too. This too also was liquidity. Take it out, and then when price taps into this key level, I'll go down to the 5 minutes time frame. Yes, that was what I plan to do. I'll go down to the 5 minutes time frame. When price gives me a continuation entry, I buy, which is when price, I have my sell consecutive candles, price flipped it and then close bullish, and then I'll use it to enter my trade. Look for my 4 hour or 5 hour, and then I'm out. But yeah, this was good. What good decided to do. I had these entries also from yesterday, which is from Friday price action and all of that, but still price just kept on moving. It didn't tap on my entry move, and today again gold is just moving crazy. But yeah, that's just it. I guess I'll be seeing myself, I'll see you in my next trade recap. Bye.